How many times you have started hours-long podcast and never able to finish, and when you went back, you find it difficult to connect with podcasts. To avoid that, please subscribe to most advanced, featured, and accurate channel Quick Podcast Summaries. Stephen Bartlett has been forced into a bet with his team as they're about to hit 10 million subscribers on YouTube. The bet is that for every new subscriber they get in the next 30 days, $1 will be given to their celebration fund.
Dr. Bikman explains that his mission is to help people understand that many chronic diseases, such as Alzheimer's, heart disease, and type 2 diabetes, share a common core. He believes that conventional clinical care only prunes the branches of these diseases, rather than solving the problem. Dr. Bikman's goal is to show that simple lifestyle changes can reduce the risk of these diseases.
Stephen asks Dr. Bikman to elaborate on the common metabolic core of these diseases.
Dr. Bikman explains that it's insulin resistance, a problem that occurs when fat tissue grows and releases pro-inflammatory proteins, causing inflammation and insulin resistance. He notes that insulin resistance is the main cause of hypertension, and it's also linked to Alzheimer's disease, infertility, and erectile dysfunction.
Stephen asks Dr. Bikman to explain insulin resistance in simple terms.
Dr. Bikman uses the analogy of a taxi to describe how insulin works. He explains that insulin is a hormone that helps lower blood sugar levels by transporting glucose to various parts of the body. Dr. Bikman explains that insulin resistance is a two-part problem. On one hand, insulin isn't working as well as it used to. And on the other hand, blood insulin levels are higher. He uses the example of erectile dysfunction to illustrate how insulin resistance can affect the body. He notes that insulin plays a role in telling blood vessels to expand, but when the blood vessels become insulin resistant, they don't respond, leading to erectile dysfunction.
Stephen expresses his desire not to be insulin resistant, and Dr. Bikman explains that there are two pathways to insulin resistance, the fast lane and the slow lane. The fast lane includes stress, inflammation, and too much insulin, which can cause insulin resistance quickly. However, removing these factors can also quickly resolve the issue. The slow lane is more complicated and takes longer to develop and resolve.
Dr. Bikman explains that stress is a primary cause of fast insulin resistance. He defines stress in the context of hormones, specifically cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones make the body feel jittery and alert, and they also cause blood glucose levels to climb. When the body is under stress, it becomes insulin resistant, and removing the stress can quickly resolve the issue. If you want to listen to the complete summary, please subscribe to Quick Podcast Summaries on Spotify and Apple Podcasts for less than the price of candy in most places. And you can save an average of 15 to 20 hours per week of your precious time. It's a great way to stay informed while saving time.